Sound speeds. And if you're like me, you love sound knowledge. It doesn't matter if it is random or if it's something you use every day, you're all about it. And if you're like me, then first of all, I'm sorry. But second of all, Google Gobble, one of us, we accept you. Because I love sound, I'm constantly asked questions about it, which is one reason why I started Sound Speeds to begin with. But there's one topic that I'm probably asked about more than any other aside from what gear should I buy, and that's regarding acoustics. Now, I did do a video called Acoustics 101, and you can watch it either right there, there's a link at the end of this video, and there's a link down in the description if you'd like to check it out. But to the layperson who is not necessarily wanting to know everything about it, what do you actually need to know? There's a lot of people that watch my videos for the sound knowledge, so I am going to go into depth on this. However, just so you know it's not clickbait, the one thing I think you need to know is the NRC rating. NRC stands for Noise Reduction Coefficient. No, you don't have to remember that. Leave it to the crazy people that love sound like me. However, what that does mean is the amount of sound that is reflected off of a surface. For example, a piece of concrete is going to have a low NRC rating, probably at around 0, meaning that it reflects back everything and doesn't absorb anything. However, something like acoustic foam is going to have a higher NRC rating, closer to 1. 1 is fully absorbent, 100% absorbent to be exact. Why is NRC so important to me? It's because it deals with making your recording environment around you quieter and more absorbent to sound. The world is noisy. There's sounds coming from all over the place, and controlling them inside of your studio or recording environment can be troublesome. It's not as simple as barricading yourself inside of a 10-foot thick wall of concrete and saying, now I'm isolated from the world, my recordings are going to be great, because your concrete walls are going to be reflecting that sound all over the place. So you need something soft to absorb it. And that's where the NRC rating comes from. Nrc is not to be confused with STC, which stands for Sound Transmission Class, or rather the ability of sound to leave your environment. No, STC would be more like what you would use if your laundry room was next to your recording studio and you didn't want the laundry noises to come through your walls. You would put something that is very high STC in that environment to prevent the sound from leaving that room. Now we're going to dive deeper in a very simple, straightforward, visual way. But for this, I got to jump over to my computer. I find this website to be very valuable when it comes into researching the NRC rating of acoustically absorbent materials. And I'm going to share this URL with you. Trust me, you're going to want to bookmark it. It's not easy to find. It is bobsgold.com/absorption coefficients.htm. There's also a link down in the description. Here's what this document contains. Everything from the Owens Corning 700 series all the way down to Insulco, down to whatever else. All these very effective products that do acoustic dampening and absorption are listed in this document. Now let's just look at Owens Corning 700. Let's specifically look at Owens Corning 703. 1 inch of it mounted on the wall with this density, it basically has an NRC rating, which you can see right there, of 0.70. Now remember, 0.0 is fully reflective, meaning that it doesn't absorb anything. Everything basically echoes off of it. 1 is fully absorption. It's 100% absorbent to sound. This is 70% absorbent, meaning that it's supposed to be pretty good. But look up over here when you break it down. 4,000 hertz, 2,000 hertz, 1,000 hertz, 500, 250, and 125. At 125, it is only 11% absorbent, and 125 hertz is very much within a fundamental vocal frequency. If that doesn't make sense to you, watch this video right there, it'll explain. But look over here, at 250 hertz, it's only 28% absorption. At 500, it's only 68. At 1,000, it starts to get a little better at 90, then 93, 96. That all averages out to be about 70%. So you have to go thicker if you want it to be effective. And actually, you need to step it up to right over here at 703, 4 inches mounted on your wall to get 84% efficiency at absorbing 125 hertz. And basically everything above that is good. Now, I want to show you this also. It does list what would happen if you mounted it in the air as well. So the same 4 inches of Owens Corning 703 mounted in the air, 16 inches off the wall, is still going to give you a pretty decent NRC rating, but look right here. It's now lower. So it's a lot better for you to install acoustic treatment on your wall itself. And because it is broken down by 4,000, 2,000, 1,000, like that, every time you double or cut a frequency in half, it basically is another octave. So you can look over here and just at a glance say, okay, well, what is this one right here? Why doesn't it have an NRC rating? It's because it is 100% absorption right there. Now, that doesn't necessarily correspond to down here as well, but right over here, it at least pulls your eye enough so that way you look at it. And what this is Owens Corning 703, plain, 6 inches, mounted on the wall itself. And it is extremely effective at 125 hertz. And at a glance, you can scroll down here and say, all right, well, let's look at IIG intelligent insulation. If we looked at 4 inches of it, it's 88% absorption right there. And so this is not bad at all. And we'll go randomly to another one right over here. This product, which is Ottawa Fiber Incorporated, its rating, according to this website, with a BMC product, 4 inches, is right here. So it's also pretty effective. So this website here, if you're looking into acoustic treatment, it's a great resource for you. So check it out and make sure you bookmark it. So how about that NRC? You don't have to necessarily remember what NRC stands for. Just remember that if you see it, that's what it means. If it is 0, then that means it's not effective at all. If it's closer to 1 or above, it is completely 100% absorbent to the frequencies in that range. So keep that in mind because that's sound advice.
Have a question you'd like answered or want to add something? Be sure to write it in the comment section down below. You can also make a suggestion for future topics of discussion. Again, comment section down below, or you can email me at soundspeeds@yahoo.com. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss out on future sound advice.